just had the craziest moment. I had to help a customer out in my job, but I had to do it in a very unconventional way. But in me taking time to do things the way that I did it, I began to realize I'm in the wrong fucking place. The reason I think I was attracted to customer service is because of the fact that I like helping people. So much so, I even got my master's degree in this shit, coaching psychology. But I had a fear of being wrong because at the end of the day, I ain't in the position that I want to be. How the hell am I going to coach anybody out of this? But I have been through a whole lot of changes over the course of my life. More of them stubborn than other. That much I know how to coach people through because I've had to coach myself through them. But in taking that time to coach that customer through what would have otherwise been a difficult situation, made me realize it's time to stop playing and do what I need to do. This combined with the dream I had the other night during the eclipse lets me know I got some branding work to do.
I can't people right now. Shit's been weird since the eclipse. It all started when I had the first clear dream ever on what I'm supposed to do to move forward from where I am. I literally had a dream that I was on my way to an open mic. Some business dude heard me counseling my mother over the phone and then asked me how much I was charging for my services. Now, in the dream, I was hesitant as fuck to give him an answer because it's not something that I wanted to do even in my dream. But dude would not let me get away with not telling him what my rates were. So I did. And he paid me and he took me to a place where... And in the dream, I ended up canceling the open mic performance because I realized that there was more opportunity doing what it is that these people wanted to pay me to do than going to the open mic right now. And I was sitting with that revelation for a bit, especially since the dream came after I managed to convince myself that I didn't have to do this particular thing, this counseling thing, this coaching thing, this medium thing that I have an ability to do. And I was going to do my usual running because, it's just a dream. But then earlier this week, I had this lady at work that I ended up coaching and counseling through what should have been a relatively simple decision. But its difficulty was rooted in something that was hard for the person to let go of. And after talking them through it and talking them out of it, which I was asking myself the entire time, I am at work. Why am I having this kind of conversation with this woman? But I feel like it's needed. Which was like that second bell going off inside my head, like, oh shit, I'm really supposed to be doing this, aren't I? Which was compounded by the fact that the lady was like, well, if you do this, let me know. I will gladly be one of your first clients. But I think the piece de resistance, though, of this whole thing came when I actually followed the dream and canceled the show. Because it made me sad, because I really, really want to do this. I actually like being up there on that goddamn stage. But I also realized being black, being in my 30s in this particular thing, being a woman at that, it's honestly going to be a lot easier to do it, the comedy thing that is, on my terms. Which means I need the money to do that shit. Which means that for right now, I need to focus on where the people are telling me they're willing to give me money. And that, coupled with some edibles, has got me not wanting to people right now. I don't want to do this. Growing up, I used to think that my mom was trying to prevent me from getting a job because she'd fallen victim to the cult of late night television specials that said you can make $1 million with nothing. If you ask anybody who knew her, a business was the only way to survive in America. Exactly what kind of business didn't matter, but you needed to own your own. Of that much she was sure. And I used to wonder, how do you know I am not suited for the workforce? I haven't even tried. Fast forward to now, and apparently my mother was psychic. Either that or she reasoned, my child is incredibly stubborn, my child is not a respecter of persons or titles, and my child absolutely hates being told what to do. Ergo, the only thing that she can logically do is be a business owner in America. Well, Mommy, as usual, you were right. Now to do the hard part of being an entrepreneur. Because that shit ain't for the faint of heart. So my mama used to tell me that signs come in threes. And as a child of issue, the number 3 is pretty damn important to me. So it's kind of hard to ignore a message when it comes with your daddy's number. Anyhoozle. Y'all remember how I told y'all I've been running from this whole psychic thing for about 11, 12 years now? Well, apparently this eclipse unlocked some shit in me. Because apparently I can't run no more. So the day after the eclipse, I had that dream I might have mentioned. One where I was counseling my mom on the phone and somebody overheard it and it was like a really important business person. And they was like, "How much do you charge?" And I was like, "I don't want to tell you. I really don't." But they would not let me not tell them how much I charge. So I told them how much I charge and then they paid me and then they took me to people who also paid me the same. Then I had the experience that I told y'all about with the lady on the phone where I took an unconventional approach for customer service that was just like, God damn, maybe I should really do this. Well, the last sign just made it in. Because see, the main thing I've been worried about is whether or not this is a viable resource. Not that I don't think people are going to pay for this shit, but you know, it's a fucking recession, man. Shit's happening. Money tight for everybody. Well, my dad just blew that concern out the water by having me talk to another reader today on goddamn accident. And they just verified that not only can I make money, I can make decent money doing what I love to do and what I would do genuinely for free, which the spirits have been trying to convince me I shouldn't do for free no more. God, you don't understand. I don't want to do this. I really don't. I don't think y'all really understand how much I don't want to do this. It's because it comes with responsibility. And people have this weird way of putting you up on some kind of pedestal that you don't belong on. Nigga, I'd be wrong more times than I'm right. It's an 80-20 split, 80% right and 20% wrong, depending on the perspective. It's a numbers game. But diviner after diviner, reading after reading, year after year, have said that this is the thing that I have to do in order to get on the road to my frickin' destiny. So seeing as this is the third time I've gotten this sign in the last week, I'ma assume that I'm gonna get my ass whooped if I don't listen. Because they'll usually warn you 3 times, and then as my mom said, after that comes the almighty 2x4. I'm too pregnant and overwhelmed to deal with that shit. Well, just call me the reluctant prophet. Fuck. So I remember how I told y'all I got 3 signs that it was time to move, and how if I didn't listen past this point, I was gonna get my ass whooped? Well, in true form and fashion, literally 4 days before the next eclipse, my job starts with another level of fuckery. So I don't think I've given y'all a full breakdown of why I've been inching closer and closer to doing what I'm supposed to do. First of all, I only took the job because it was comfortable enough for me to be able to hold down and do what I want to do, which is make content speaking about the shit that bothers me and keeps me up at night, and write and study my cards and my various obsessions that I have, which honestly is just food and esoteric sciences like astrology and the cards. That's it. Oh yeah, and how businesses work, because I always find them fascinating. Well, I got the job back in 2021. Comfortable position, sales, nothing too crazy. Stuff I was used to doing. Was able to work from home, schedule wasn't too bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I got comfortable here. I was making decent money. Not really, but in the grand scheme of things, it was alright. Straw number 1, they cut my pay. They did it by decreasing the amount of bonuses that I could get in the name of efficiency. And honestly, I should have left then. But a combination of knowing that this was going to be the bullshit I encountered in any corporate environment, coupled with the fear of not being able to find the job that I would really be suited for. Because again, I only want to write and make videos, that's it. And do cards and shit. Would be extremely difficult to find. Or if it was a 6-figure paying job, or honestly anything paying more than $60,000, which is really what I need, I'd have to sacrifice my family time and family life, which is already barely existent to begin with. And my family is really important to me. Don't tell them that though.
The next straw came when these bastards started making me bid shifts, though. So I went from having a schedule for like 2 years straight to now having to go ahead and change that. And as you can tell, I'm not a person who likes change. I should have left then. But again, the same concerns popped up. And now, today, after I told y'all the conclusions that I came to, after I went ahead and got everything set up and started so that I can start doing scheduling and availability for appointments, these bastards decide that they're going to start making me bid for shifts every 6 months. Straw meat camel. Yeah, I'm done. So the reluctant prophet ain't so reluctant anymore. Schedule and availability soon come. Do me a favor and learn from my mistakes. Move the first time they tell you to, no matter how comfortable you are. Well, time to get my Miss Cleo on for real this time.